Hi, I'm Betsy Rosenfeld with the Center for Governmental Studies. This is Proposition Preview 2008. We are focusing on Yes on 3 with Diana Dooley, President and CEO of the California Children's Hospital Association. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for the invitation, Betsy.
Let's get started with why Californians should vote yes on Proposition 3.
Every year, millions of children are treated in California's Children's Hospital. They're regional assets. There are only 8 private nonprofit children's hospitals in California and 5 pediatric programs affiliated with the University of California teaching schools. And these 13 children's hospitals are the pediatric safety net. The children who come to these hospitals can't get treatment anywhere else. They treat the most seriously ill and injured children, and they're a valuable resource that has to be invested in.
So how does Proposition 3 work?
Proposition 3 is a $980 million bond that the state would borrow and make grants to these hospitals for capital construction. All of the funds have to be applied for. The state treasurer's office oversees them. They're audited, and they must be invested in capital investment. Most of that is bricks and mortar building. Some of it is for medical technology and equipment.
A big way that people decide who they are going to, or which way they're going to vote is who is supporting this and who's against it. Who are your big supporters?
We have a very long list, broad and bipartisan. Former Republican Governor Pete Wilson, Democratic U.S. Senator Dianne Feinstein, the California Chamber of Commerce, the American Academy of Pediatrics, the California PTA, the California Federation of Teachers, Children Now, Children's Defense Fund, League of Women Voters. We could take our whole time listing. They're all listed on our website, and we're very proud of the broad bipartisan group that is supporting Proposition 3.
It's very important also to lay out the arguments in a very simple fashion. So
yes.
Go ahead and lay that out for us.
This is a very simple proposal. This would authorize the state to sell bonds. That money would go into a pool, and the 13 hospitals would be eligible to apply for it. As I said, those funds are overseen by the state treasurer's office. They're audited. They all have to be invested in capital. The children's hospitals can't meet the growing need of the increasing pediatric population in California. They are very heavily dependent on government support because many of the children that need these specialized services are poor, and these services are very expensive. So where some hospitals have an operating margin, in the profit world you'd call it profit, but these are nonprofit hospitals, and these hospitals don't have any operating margin, so they don't have excess funds to contribute to capital. That's why they need the additional help of Proposition 3.
The opponents think that this is a money grab. What do you say to that argument?
Well, I think the opponents' arguments are both untrue and in some cases grossly unfair. They allege that this is a special interest. The only special interest in this are the children that are served by the children's hospitals. They have alleged that the leaders of these hospitals have a personal gain, and that's just despicable from my perspective, because these people have committed their lives to the care of the children. These children don't have any advocates. They can't go to the legislature or the people themselves, and these dedicated doctors and leaders of these hospitals are the advocates for these children.
Okay, and our final question is, what would be the biggest impact on Californians if Prop 3 passes?
Well, if Proposition 3 passes, the hospitals will have a chance to keep up with the pace of growth in these children that need these services. If they don't, the costs are going to escalate, the capacity will continue to be limited, and children's care will not be available when people need it.
Thank you so much for participating.
You're
It's
very
important
welcome.
to give the voters information. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Betsy.